Take a breath. Got a feed that decides life and death. Every chart is a mountain, a meme, a decree. Is this genius or mass lunacy? So mentality, where a frog with sunglasses screams we're early endlessly. Oh, see, bulls and bears and fantasy, every post's a prophecy. It's nothing made to beat. If you want to read what passes for a master plan, simply click and flick your thumb across this broken land. Want to know which way the winds of crypto might just be? Go scroll me. One says up, only friends. Next says this is how it ends. Someone's calling the top, someone's buying the dip, someone's typing a thread as their last relationship slips. Scroll with me through the fear and ecstasy, where a charting crayon gets 1,000 hearts for free. You'll see every hot take, every plea. I was right in 23. Trust the mind, ignore the spreadsheet. If you want to gauge if hope or panic's in command, if they're building castles or just castles in the sand, want to test if we're all early or just fantasy? Slow with me. Is it signal? Is it noise? Are we traders? Are we toys? Every candle, every coin is a cult you can join. Go with me, let the chaos be our key. Read the mood like it's a map to some great mystery. You'll see faith and doubt and harmony. I'm all into, I'm set free.
In one day, in one same tweet.
If you want to know if folks are brave or out of time, if they're quietly convicted or have simply lost their minds, then my friend, you found the perfect place to start this stream. So scroll with me.
In the G-Scroll. G-Scroll to all who celebrate on this fine Monday. You know, you may be noticing, wow, Dude Lifts, you're drinking a to-go coffee. And I say, yes, I am. And would I normally have gone out to breakfast on a Monday morning? No. I mean, I don't know. I don't have any rules about that, but I'm like, probably not. But I got that little Twitter stimmy. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, hey, babe, tomorrow I'm taking us out for breakfast. Thanks to Elon. But I actually did buy breakfast with my X Money card, and I just wanted to try it out. You know, I've got all these cards and fintech cards, neobank cards, and so I always want to do they even work? You know, Monty in the chat saying, "Hello, governor." A G-Scroll on top of the morning to you, good sir. Be more like Monty. Dive into the chat. My name is Dude Lives. This is Scroll with me, and it is Monday, August 3rd. That means that we are going to dive into the timeline. We're going to inspect and dissect the timeline. We're going to break it down. We're going to break down the bangers. We're going to understand what's going on here. GM in the chat, to Iculus, a G-Scroll to you, good sir. But this is Scroll with me, where we, like I said, inspect, dissect, separate the wheat from the chaff, the true from the false, the alpha from the omega, if you will. And we see what the hell's going on Twitter. You know what I mean? That's really what we're doing here. And it's a collective therapy session. It's a psychology experiment. It's a sociological boondoggle, if you will. But let us begin to scroll. So we've got Claynosaurus' Community Projects for the Win. Super fun game from DJ and Bald Boy. And I just played this game before I started streaming, and it is fun. It is fun. You pull back the little fucking thing and you go, pew, and you launch the dinosaur. And I've been saying this. that the community members of 2026 and beyond won't just be creating content, they won't just be bull posting, but they will be builders. They will be builders. And that doesn't mean you have to launch a protocol. This guy made a game, use 3JS, use the available 3D assets from Clanosaurus, bada bing, bada boom. I mean, there's no login, there's no accounts, whatever. I don't even know how it works, but it's fun. It's a hyper casual game, and it's things we love to see. So yeah, and we have several people in the Doodles community working on similar things right now. Some maybe even be in this chat, and they come to the creator sessions on Thursday because they know what's up, because they learn the tools. Let's go on here. AZ Flynn here says the one issue with making the coin viable, referencing FWA, is there's no longer an incentive for people to spin the gotcha machine. Just I'm adding context here, right? I shouldn't. I should read it. I should read it verbatim. Right now, people are spinning just so they can buy on, less spinning, less volume metrics for the protocol, a double-edged sword. Yeah, we'll see. 100%. Yeah, it's like, because right now it's I think the term that people are using is use to buy. It's a reinvention of play to earn, use to buy. And so the only way you can get FWA token is by using the protocol. But you can sell it. Don't really understand that part. How can you sell if nobody's buying? Right? Confused. Haven't looked into enough. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see if that has an effect on the protocol metrics, because it's something that like Rhinotic is like flexing, is like, how many transactions on mainnet Ethereum is doing. It's like, and it's kind of like self-reinforcing. Dude, you've got Min with the fucking briefcase and the Rari, and let him cook. To here says and at to is an insane tag. What on earth, sir? How did you acquire? Oh wait, is it to dot? Is that what that is? Oh, I mean, it's still three cares, but still, that's, oh shit. Oh my god. The fuck? Sorry, my Twitter's just freaking out. All right, Chris Guyat says, we created GHO's Honorary roughly a year ago. It became one of our earliest implementations of an AI 3D mesh generation integration into our traditional pipeline workflow. Axes contain a lot of intricate details. GHO's in particular has a lot happening. Let's take a look. It's in a book. Yeah, a lot of details there. A lot of details. I see you. Very interesting. Sorry, I'm personally interested in 3D AI workflows. All right, continue. Yo, look at my font, dog. He's here saving Ethereum. See, and that's the thing that we're talking about. It's like TokenWorks, well, not TokenWorks, but FWA in particular has tons and tons and tons of mainnet Ethereum transactions, because people have to form the protocol. By using the protocol, does that change when people start buying the token? We'll see. Dude, let's give it a little refresh. We see a little board Elon Musk. We see the game design or DBB, and then we see a little Anita Maxween up here. So let's see what they have to say. Okay. Steve G here says, a new dope project comes out and does well at the gate. Stonk brokers and all the engagement farmers and bag workers immediately take it as an opportunity to shit on other projects. See, nobody ever cared about their IP doesn't matter. Web2 businesses, and we won't even click in because we know the rules. I don't make them. I actually thought this was this was really great. So Pudgy's had an Inner Igloo on Sunday. I was reading the review of that. And they clearly stated to their community, they were like, price is a lagging indicator. It's true. Yeah, because you had people like Wale or Whale Swoosh, however you pronounce his name, was saying like, things like, stockbrokers and the like are the only things that are going to pump. And, here's why. And tell me you weren't here for Banana Coin without telling me you weren't here for Banana Coin. You know what I mean? But he was saying that there's no catalysts left. And it got me thinking. I was like, oh, yeah, okay. What does he mean by that? Or like, is that true? I took a little moment of introspection. And I don't know. And I've said this a few times. I'm like, the mission has never changed for like at least NFT IP projects, which were all the projects in 2021, to be fair, more or less. You know, I was like, the mission has never changed. It was always about world domination. I don't think anybody bought Bored Apes and was like, man, I really hope this becomes a mediocre brand with, you know, like quasi positive revenue numbers that only a few people know about. No, it was always about these things are going to fucking take over the world. That was the whole thing. It's always been the thing. And so like when Wale was like, there's no catalyst left, I was like, no, there's always the catalyst. The unpriced in catalyst is world domination. And I'm delusional. And you know, that's what I'm here for. But looking at this, yeah, so a lot of people were saying, so then Pudgy Penguins was like, said discreet. I wrote an article about this, but like Luca and team discreetly said this on the Inner Igloo. They're like, yes, we believe this is the best way we can return value to holders over the long term, right? Over the long term. People forget Proof Pass pumped to 100 ETH, right? They forget how silly things can get. And this is in no way detracting from Simple Farmer, the work they're doing. I love it. On-chain experimentation, go off, king. More people should be doing it. You know, almost completely separate conversation. But as usual, something happens for 3 days and all of crypto Twitter goes, and this is the way forever. It's not. We usually learn something. We kind of gain something along the way. We gain like a little trinket. It's like a Maester's medal from Game of Thrones. We earn a little achievement. We go, okay, we've done that thing. We learned something. We took the truth from it and then incorporated it into the next phase of things, right? That's how we do it. One thing hits, everybody copies, then it fucking runs it to zero because we fuck it up. But then one truth, one kernel emerges. And that's the thing we carry forward into the next generation of projects, of things, and experimentation. And that's just how the cookie crumbles, baby. But so yeah, I guess to simplify all the words I just said, it's usually not an and, it's usually not an or, but an and. Love this. C60 says GM 186 episodes wild. It is. We're almost at 200 episodes. Insane. Okay, we've got Finn Toten from Yeet. Says, got the demo from Max Wynn. Haven't been this excited since Bullx dropped. Breath of fresh air. So Max Wynn is working on Click.trade, new trading terminal platform protocol. Very interesting. Very cool. Excited to see it. Let's see here. Goodbye, Zapper. Moment of silence for Zapper. A sip of coffee for Zapper. Woogie. My worst month was $15,000, typically ordering for 2 on Uber Eats. Oh my God. That's levels of locked in that I can't even fathom, you know? Oh, by far speaking of catalyst, interesting. Disinflation, interesting word, but looks like it'll lower the effective APR for stake SOL. Interesting. Interest in trading adjacent content increasing by the week. Dude, I believe it. Yeah, it was like even in some of the I'm seeing a lot of chatter about like FOMO versus like trading privately versus like OpenSea social. Lots of interesting conversations happening around there. Let's continue to scroll. Oh, so here it is, DBB. Yes, the game enjoyer here. I only got 150, 650. Jeez, just dropped a browser game. Started as a little 3JS experiment to test Opus 5, but I got hooked and pushed it further. 5 days later, it became a real UGC mini game. Yes. Oh, I already liked it. Thing, and it doesn't. I don't want us to like be like, oh, everyone has to make games. No, that's not what I'm saying. Be creative, whatever it is for you, but use the tools to proliferate whatever way you see fit. Let's give a little refresh here. Okay, here we go. Ashton here says, I think the new Quen 3.8 will be the go-to model to run locally in any size. I'm using an older variation to this day in production. It's smart as fuck. Quen greater than DeepSeek, greater than Gemma for local. Yes. So I'm running Quen 3.7 35 bill MOE locally because I'm a vegan who runs local AI. If you know, you know. But I today actually hopefully get a chance to experiment this because Quen 3.8 is available via Venice. I'm going to load up Quen 3.8 via Venice as my orchestrator model and then run Quen 3.7. Now, at some point, hopefully I'll get Quen 3.8 locally through like a smaller parameter model. And then it'll be like the bigger and smaller version working together, which I've never been able to do. It's not like I get like Claude Opus and then Claude Opus like small and like can run that locally. So this would be a really interesting experiment for me. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited because I'm still working on my project for my WAP CLI to like make me a business, make money, make no mistakes. It did not go well initially. I spent like $100 in API credits in about 2 hours, and I'm not sure how far I got. I'm like, did I? I don't really know. I don't really know how far I got. Friends whose dog I'm watching casually told me he minted 22 stockbrokers. Oh my God. Now, the interesting thing that we're seeing here with stockbrokers, I was taking a look at it, is like floor price, it's like hovering around like 6.5. Then offers are at 5. So there's becoming this kind of gap, this delta, if you will. Very interesting. Look at this. Look at this. My man's up 2 million. Dude, just one clip it and call it a day. Get out of there. Get out of there. I'm really shocked at how much crypto content I'm seeing on TikTok. Nonstop posts from complete normies with $30 hoping to go to the moon. Yeah, I'm thinking we're back. Yes. Dude, maybe I need to start posting these clips on TikTok because it's like on Instagram, it feels weird. But TikTok, maybe that's where the scroll with me clips go. They go to TikTok. But I mean, they're so niche. I'm like, I don't know. We'll see. Ooh, how to build a business as a creator. Let me know. Because I just hop on camera on Twitter, But YOLO. All right. Meme coins paired with this, meme coins paired with that. How about you pair with a real human? That's funny. All right, here. Let's keep going. LOL. There's an amazing number of islands on the internet. Oh, dude, a classic cook from Bobby Takar. Born on FOMO, poor goat, road to 8 figs. Find me on X. I buy what I like. Dude, honestly, sick. 167,000 followers on FOMO. That's crazy. Dude, good for FOMO. Good for them. Honestly, I need to mess with my FOMO account. I did it like a couple of months ago and just put like $20 on it. And then they just bought the most bullshit coins ever. Horrifying coins. And lost it, of course. Let's see. The algo got better, but the content didn't. Ooh. Felt that one in my soul. Felt that one in my soul. All right. Oh, it's happening. Someone just weathed their Bored Ape to buy a stockbroker. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Whoa, what is this? Oh, this is Good Vibes pin drop. I was like, what am I seeing here? I was like, this looks like, because this is from the either founder and CEO of Axie. Okay. Axie's taking over pin drop. Oh, that's so cool. We lost a bunch of teams in Soldier as the excesses of 21 took out a lot of time. Gaming was the hottest subsector of crypto. Dude, I'm smelling on-chain gaming coming back. I'm smelling on-chain gaming coming back. Smelling it. Just saying. The problem was never on-chain gaming. The problem was the games sucked. Okay. Now you could say something about off the grid and these AAA titles. I don't know. Maybe it was too ambitious. Maybe that good hyper casual gaming that aren't just Telegram mini apps was the way to go. I don't know. But Kuya says late cheese scroll. A late cheese scroll to you, good sir. All right, we've got Shiv here says crypto is getting harder. crypto getting harder is a sign the industry is maturing. Think about any other industry that matured through the early days. It was a free for all when anyone can stumble into money, not knowing what they were doing. Yes, it's true. I felt the same way about the crypto job market. I thought after 2021, I was like, oh, there's no way I can break into this space, because people were getting fucking jobs. It's like, some of you may not know. I mean, the way people were getting jobs in 2021 in crypto was comical. Like senior roles because they like wrote a thread. Literally. Literally. I've heard the stories. It's horrifying. So I was like, yeah, there's no way that I can break in. But I fucking persevered, carved my lane, and made it in. And it was more difficult than writing a thread. So there we go. Let's see here. Only half a brain. Is this, what is this? Is this Rive? Oh, it is Rive. I knew it. All right, here we go. Man, I don't know. POAP always felt like it made sense as something that would clearly benefit from the ownership and composability of blockchain, kind of like concert tickets or video game items. I guess it was hard to wrap a proper business model around it. Yes, I know POAP's closing down. Yeah. Yeah, the business model just wasn't there. I got pitched by POAP a few times, and it was just like, it just doesn't make sense. It just never made sense. Never quite figured out that PMF, you know? And they probably, okay, let me go. I want a grave dance. I don't want a grave dance. Don't want a grave dance. But they probably could have had a smaller team. I'm just saying, just shrunk it down a little bit, extended the runway. That's all I'm saying. Do we just miss the start of the pull run? Kate Deriv Doge has been, I mean, weren't we saying this about Ansem like a week ago? Ansem is still at like $200 million. And now we're thinking that Kate started the bull. I don't get it. I don't get it. All right, we got a couple minutes on the clock here. Let's give it a little refresh here. Let's get the final freshy tweets. Token works. We're approaching the final day of token emission period. 115,000 purchases with 12,000 ETH in volume. 9,000 NFTs in the pool backed by 24,000 ETH. As mentioned, there will be a few tweaks to the parameters of the protocol as we enter this new phase. More information later today. All right, here we go. We got OSF here says, it's quite clear to me the best opportunity to make lots of money over the next few weeks is going to be on-chain and crypto stocks. My gut. I mean, I agree. We won't read further. You know the rules. Let's see what Drew has to say. It says, my brother-in-law doesn't know anything about AI. Subscribed to InVideo this morning. He's currently transforming still image into slow camera movement thanks to Agent 1. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, dude, I was trying to pill one of my buddies is like a digital marketer and selling products to people in the year of our Lord 2026. It's crazy. But he was like, oh, I'm trying to do some motion effects. I was like, yeah, you should use the Higgsfield MCP with like this, that, and the other, and then bada bing, bada boom. And he's like, oh, people don't know about this shit. And people often talk about on Twitter that's like, you look at the stats of like AI usage outside of Twitter, it's like 1% or something like that. Even have a paid subscription to an AI service. I'm like, man, we are early. We're so early. But alas, it is 8:59 on Monday, August 3rd. I can't believe it's August and the 3rd nonetheless. Tomorrow, it'll be Tuesday, August 4th, and we will be back to scroll the timeline. But until then, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the timeline.